Hello beautiful souls, welcome to my channel, and this channel is going to be about the new moon in Scorpio. So Scorpio, when we think of Scorpio, it's a very passionate zodiac sign. It's very full on, it's very intense, it's very it could be quite emotional and quite deep wounded emotions. This new moon is going to bring a lot of opportunities for us. Some of us are going to be coming outside the dark, which means they're coming into this new energy. I'm feeling a rebirth energy, and I'm kind of seeing like someone's just been in this really dark room for a long periods of time, and they're finally starting to open dawn to follow the light. This is a really good phase and time for us to really let go of the old and really step into this new sort of energy. For some of us who are going through this big transformational energy, then this new moon is going to be fantastic for you. You're going to really accelerate, you're really going to grow. But for the ones who aren't sort of a bit scared to take risks and kind of being closed off to their emotions, then this might be a little bit challenging for you or quite eye-opening for you to come through. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through 3 different cards, and then I'm going to pull a couple of ones from the other deck, and then from then on we will get into a deeper clarity and deeper message for you guys. Okay, so we've got family and we've got spiritual growth. So this is really intending that there's a lot of family wounds coming through. Now, if we're not moving through these wounds, if we're not moving through these family and inner child ingrained emotions, then we're not actually growing, or we're not progressing into a higher levels of consciousness. This new moon is making us shine the torch on all areas of life, and this is including all the mother and father wounds, the inner child wounds, every wound that's associated with family. This could even be a past life thing that might come through as well in order to be healed and moved on. This is a big spiritual growth energy that we're tapping into, and this really entails us to have a look at those areas in our lives that really are holding us back. If we're not addressing what's coming up, then it's constantly going to keep repeating, and we don't want to keep coming back here always, or coming back every three weeks and having to go over the same thing all the time. Healing is layers and layers, and we all know that by now, and if we don't, then I'm just here to let you guys know that when we heal from something, we don't forever heal from it. It will come up in the later track, or might come up in a month's time to be worked on again, and it depends how deep and ingrained that wound originally was started and who planted that wound inside. If once we address that, it does get easier and easier, and then you get to a point where you just don't feel like you need to heal anymore from it. Some people take forever to heal from something because it took like 20 years of being a wound, you know. So you can only imagine sometimes it takes 10 years to create a wound that might be really deep, then it might take 5 years to get out of that wound if we're progressively and consciously working through it. So this week you may think that you've done all the work, you may think that I've done everything, I don't need to worry about it. Well, this week it's actually, well, this new moon really, it's really letting you know that you need to address it again, and know that this is part of your growth. Yeah, see it as a growing rather than something that is just really bad and we just don't want to deal with it. We need to see spirituality as a lifetime commitment to ourselves. We need to see it as a lifestyle, as this is forever going to be the way we want to live, and kind of just accepting that we're always going to have these emotions flare up at time and time. It's just about really moving through it and knowing it's part of your growth and why you're here. The next part is, what do you desire, and forgiveness. So sorry, I don't think the autofocus is very good on this camera, so we're just going to have to work with it. So this is really big. This is a lot of forgiveness coming through, and as I said with this family, I'm feeling a very strong family dynamic. I feel like the family is what we need to heal from this week. What do we desire? When we think of that, where does that take us? What memory, what scenery does that take us to be? Where do we want to go in our lives? What do we want to desire? And what is in the way of our spiritual growth? Yeah, a lot of the time it's the inner child wounds. It's where all wounds get created. Within 7 years that you've been on this planet, the wounds create itself from there, and from there it amplifies and grows. Yeah, and we're in this stage where we're like, okay, cool, I want to accelerate, I want to do well in my spirituality, I want to grow, but something's holding me back and I'm scared. And my question to you is, what's actually holding you back? Because that's something you need to address. Yeah, everything comes from fear. You know, when we're scared to do something, it's a fear, it's a doubt. But it is created, and someone created that belief for you from either a childhood, which I'm feeling it's obviously family related, or a situation what that planted that fear inside your mind. Yeah, and this is a really good stage to start rewriting your script, rewriting how you want to live your life and where you need to go, and who do you need to forgive in the process to really get to where you want to go. It really feels like it's a really strong family dynamic coming through, and whether it's a father or mother figure, that's entirely up to your situation. This is a really good time to understand and be really quite, I suppose, intend this. Where do I want to go right now? And what is the universe, and what is something that's coming up right now that I need to address? Yeah, so the final one is heart chakra and dietary change. So this is a really big new moon, guys. You know, as I said, Scorpio is really intense and really heavy, and sometimes we just don't want to deal with it. But unfortunately, we have to. And we have to look at our hearts and look what our hearts really want. We need to sort of change our act up. Yeah, we need to clear our shit that we've gone through, and we need to step into something and step into what our heart truly desires. But unfortunately, as these cards are all sort of coming together, it's like we can't step into our heart's desires. We can't, I mean, we can have whatever we want, but we can't, we're wondering why things aren't happening the way they want, because there's things that are blocking us. And that is limited beliefs and family dynamics. I always say this, your parents and your twin flame is your biggest teachers in your life. If you haven't got a good relationship with your family, then maybe that's somewhere where you could start. Yeah, we don't want to be on bad terms with our family in this life. We don't want to keep, because if we're not healing from that, we have to repeat it in another life. We want to move through this quite smoothly. Yeah, smooth sailing I'm seeing. I'm seeing a sail in the actual ocean. We want to move through it a little bit more easily. Yeah, and in order to get through that, we need to figure out why we don't like them, or why we're having a bad relationship with them, and work on healing on that. Because if we're not healing from that, how are we going to clean everything up? How's things going to flow to us? How are we going to feel like we have unconditional to life? Because these things are in the block and in the way of us. So this new moon in Scorpio is a huge transformational energy. I'm feeling like a lot of breakthroughs will come through, and a lot of understandings of what direction you need to take next. It all starts with family. So you got the easy. You guys have got it easy in a way, because I've just told you it's the family we need to sort out first. And then once we sort that out and really forgive and get on the ball of healing, we're able to actually heal our hearts. We're able to welcome in change. We're able to see what we want. We're able to grow. Do you notice all these beneficial things that come with just healing from family dynamics? And even just sitting there and intending, okay, cool, I've got to heal from this. That is stage one. That's a stepping stone to having all these amazing things that could come for you. So it's just about proactively making adjustments and arrangements to work through this. So we're going to go with final 3 cards just to really help you along this next couple of weeks before we do the full moon, which will be in 2 weeks. So I'm really excited for this new moon. I think a lot of things will come up for us, and everything's flying around, so I don't even need. Alright, so what do we got? Oh, this is beautiful, guys. So we've got 3 things that we need to focus on this week, or the next 2 weeks, or the next 4 weeks, sorry. Emotions, confidence, and sleep. So, this is really big, yeah? To get through these healings, to get through everything that's flaring up right now, because a lot of things are flaring up, is taking responsibility for our emotions. Really taking charge into who we are and just giving ourselves a tap on the back and holding us accountable for this healing. No one's going to do this healing but yourself, yeah? And we've gone through this I'm not sure, everyone's in different stages. I kind of feel like if you're watching this right now, you're on your healing path, you're kind of healing, you might have done a little bit, then you've backed off a little bit, then you back off. They say you got to stop that. You got to stop the up and downs. You've got to be consistent, so then things will start to show. And also, when we start to be confident and we're in emotions, sleep is totally needed. Sleep is something that we need to just periodically do, yeah? Because if we're not sleeping, we're not resting, which means we're not getting downloads, which means we're not dreaming correctly, or quote unquote correctly. We're not allowing our body to recover from these heavy emotions and downloads. I'm feeling a strong dreams, very vivid dreams, downloads, things that are going to integrate into our DNA. But in order for that to successfully happen, we need to make sure we're resting. And we need to let us know that heaven is watching over us. You are protected in this process. Don't think you're on alone, and don't think that you have to deal with everything on your own. There's so many people out there that can help you on your path. There's me, there's a healer, there's a coach, there's mentors. There's so many people out in the world that can help you on your healing, and you don't need to do it on your own. And I think a lot of people think, oh, I've just got to deal with everything on my own. No, we're here in this human planet, yeah? And we're here to learn of other people. We're here to constantly grow of others. We're social beings. So really taking charge of ourselves and owning ourselves with confidence. If you need to work with someone, do so. If you need to just really dedicate yourself for the next 4 weeks of healing the family wounds, then do that, because it will always pay off for you. People think because I'm feeling negative and I'm feeling shit, I'm going through healing and it's really crap. When we're constantly feeling like, they think, oh, I'm not progressing because I'm always feeling crap. No, you are, because you're healing through the layers of the wounds. So really embrace these emotions, embrace who you are, and just kind of know that this is all part of your healing. Healing is not pretty. Everyone thinks that they come in, they do a couple of meditations, they just kind of do a bit of yoga practice, and they're sort of sorted for healing. And hey, that is one stage of healing. I'm totally about that. But we're in this stage where we're in Scorpio energy, and Scorpio energy doesn't mess around. Yeah, we feel the sting when it's needed, and right now the sting is coming through, and it's coming through very strongly, so things can change. Because if we're thinking, yeah, cool, I've got that to heal from, but we're not doing anything about it, then where's the change? Where's the change in it? So guys, tap into yourself and go inwards and sleep well, and make sure we're stepping in our truth at all times. The bottom of the deck was new exercise program and innocence. Now it says it for itself. New beginnings, new things that are going to unravel the wounds and layers that we're currently experiencing. Innocence, heavy emotion, allowing ourselves to express ourselves and letting it all go. These heavy emotions we have within our family dynamics, it needs to go now. And the thing is, this Scorpio energy that's coming through, it's not going, oh, that's all right, you don't need to worry about healing this time around, next time we'll do it. No, it's a collective. Everyone's going through it. And especially if you're a twin flame and you're drawn to this, you've got no choice now. You know, Source is just conveying to me now that he needs people out there really, he or she needs people out there doing their part and doing their purpose as a twin flame. and even a light worker or even a starseed, whoever you want to define yourself. He's saying to me now that we need you out there, and in order to get you out there and get there helping other people, you need to heal from your wounds. You need to heal with things that are bringing you back. The limited beliefs, the fears, the doubts. Where are they coming from? If you're scared to go for a job, if you're scared to go for a course, if you're scared to fall in a relationship or do something that you've never done before, where is that coming from? Because your soul didn't create that. It's from either a family dynamic, something that's come, a belief that's created to you since childhood. Something from childhood is lingering around right now, and Source is telling me right now there's no time to wait. This Scorpio energy is making shit happen and making change happen, because at the moment people are fluffing around. They're on and off, they're not committed to themselves, they're not committed to the spiritual journey, and they're kind of just fluffing around, hoping like things are just going to work out. The healing will just progress and it'll be all good. Source is saying the Scorpio energy is going to shift you dramatically. So really, he's saying just, beware with that, just like letting you know that quietly. So guys, I really hope this really resonated with you in some way. If you guys need any extra further help of psychic readings or past, present or future, please private message me or just check out the links below. Also, I'm trying to post at least once or twice a week, depending on how I'm doing, but I definitely will be posting more vlogs and, you know, gut health and lifestyle and vlogs and stuff, because I love all that stuff. So guys, if you guys need anything else, please feel free to comment below, and something you're really looking forward to your next 4 weeks of Scorpio, because really we don't have time. And also it's 11/11, which I might do another reading for that actually. I'm feeling kind of cool to talk about it. So guys, I really hope you enjoy this. Please give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and if you do, if you really want to see more and stay tuned to my journey and what I present and what I've got to give to you guys, please subscribe as well, because it really does support my channel. Okay guys, have a beautiful night or day, and namaste.